remember last year's 9-10 game, DeMar's daughter, Dionne, and her piercing scream
on the free throws.
They were the team's good luck charm. But the question is, will she be back tonight?
Yeah. I mean, she with the camp, so she just told me just make it to the playoffs so she can get to a game. So that's all the motivation I need.
So we will have to hang tight and wait for DeMar DeRozan's daughter, but we do not have to wait for the first installment of our Home Court Advantage series. You have no idea how excited I am for this interview as I say hello to our friend Dionne Miller from ABC7. Dionne, what is the level of confidence for this Bulls team that they can win 2 and get into the playoffs?
Not very high. I think even the most optimistic of Bulls fans recognizes the fact that this is not a playoff team. Even Billy Donovan said on Sunday as they wrapped up the regular season, he's under no disillusions that he looks at this group and thinks, upper echelon of the Eastern Conference, top 6. That's not who they are, and they're very well aware of that. Repeating as a play-in participant was not the goal. The goal was to get better. And for this group, it didn't feel like the front office gave them a lot of resources to help get better on the court. And they didn't account for the season-ending injuries for Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams. Obviously, Lonzo Ball has not played in a Bulls uniform in more than a year, and they have a lot of money sitting on the bench not contributing, and yet here they are back in that same position. Through 82 games, they have been nothing short of inconsistent, and I don't think any Bulls fan would be surprised if they were done tonight or if they win tonight and they play another one, but it feels like it's just simply prolonging the inevitable.
Getting sort of stuck in the middle, Dionne, is sort of the worst place to be in the NBA. Not necessarily in a position to get the #1 pick and certainly not a contender. That's exactly where the Bulls are. So what's the optimism for the future, really, of this franchise?
You know, it would be, I think, more exciting at this point of the season if we didn't feel like we were having that same conversation, Malika. I mean, this is the same thing that I said to you last year, right? Like, they're stuck in the middle. And there's a lot of questions about what the front office plans to do with DeMar DeRozan's expiring contract, with Lonzo Ball sitting there. Who knows what Zach LaVine's going to look like when he comes back and is healthy. I think the good thing about this year is we have seen forced growth from Ayo Dosunmu, Kobe White. I mean, huge steps that they had to take because they're carrying a heavier load. But that provides a lot of depth behind those big guys up front that maybe they can build from that. And I do feel, though, that this is a group that is more properly cast as a lottery team, so they're stuck in that moment. Much like we say with the Bears, they've got to break the cycle to try to change things around the Bulls. I think fans are eager for it. We're just in that wait-and-see moment.
Yeah, I mean, when I lived in Chicago, there are no better fans of really all sports than those who live in Chicago. We have Michael Wilbon on our set right now, who's literally nodding vigorously. Dionne, thank you as always for spending some time with us here on NBA Today.
I'm on fire.